Hey guys, for the for Reviews here, and tonight I'll be reviewing chapter 894 of One Piece, and this chapter was pure hype. So, I was having trouble getting through all of it because when I was reading it, I was just freaking out the whole time. The cover page is of Leo again, and this time he's talking to King Riku about escorting him to the Reverie, which seems weird to me because he's a pirate. I don't know why you want a pirate to escort you to like a giant world government meeting. Doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense, but you know, whatever. Leo's basically not even, he's not even a real pirate. He just is, yeah, because he's flying the Jolly Roger, but that's pretty much it. You know, everything else about him is very not pirate-like. So as we start the chapter, we get a Rayleigh flashback immediately, which is awesome. Last chapters we had like a little brief one, but this one's like 4 pages or something, and it's great. Luffy's trying to train his observation hockey, because it's relevant to the fight right now. And he's not doing great. Rayleigh is making him wear a blindfold and trying to make him hit him and whatnot. And Luffy he's not doing good. So he's striking blindly. Rayleigh gets pissed off at him, especially when he knocks over his food. So he just whacks him with a bat with armament hockey in it, and Luffy is in great pain. I found it really funny that Rayleigh's trying to train Luffy by having him not eat until he can like do hockey better, because it's the same thing Mihawk was doing to Zoro, only with sake or booze in general. That's just hilarious to me. They both learn through these through things they ingest and that they want to keep doing. Rayleigh mentions in this chapter that Luffy is better at sensing like emotions of people rather than like the presence as general like attacks and whatnot. And I thought that was kind of interesting considering I think Sanji's the same way. He can sense like emotions and stuff, but I don't like. I think that's what he excels in. Although he excels in observation hockey as a whole, so I think he's going to develop other skill, the other sub aspects of observation hockey, but. Him and Luffy both seem to specialize in that emotion sensing whatnot that like a Queen Oda-Hime had in Fishman Island. So now that Luffy's in the future sight, I think we can definitely see Sanji in it too. So when we return to the fight, Luffy has his eyes closed, and he can like kind of see Katakuri's aura and like his wiggly arms and stuff, and then we get a shot of like what's actually happening, which is like he's dodging all the attacks super well and stuff, and he's doing really good for like a little bit, and then the next page he gets the crap out of him, as is tradition with Katakuri. We see Katakuri's this new move called Grilled Mochi. It was really cool. It like pulls his arm back and like it explodes and just like punches through someone. So that was awesome. I want to see more unique attacks like that. It kind of reminded me of Luffy's Red Hawk that uses like fire and explosive stuff. After he uses the Grilled Mochi attack, we see him see his arms just completely gone, and then he just regenerates it, which reminds me of a Logia, but we've already got confirmation he's a special paramecia, not a Logia. And if the theories of Luffy also being a special paramecia are true, does that mean he can do the same thing? Because I don't think Luffy can, and it seems weird that Katakuri can and Luffy can't, because so far from what my understanding is, a special paramecia like turns you into this like whatever your devil fruit's based on, just like a Logia would turn you into the element, and that's kind of what makes him special. So I would assume that Luffy's also one, but he can't like restore his rubber or anything. At least not that we've seen. Maybe if he's awakened he can. I don't know. It's getting a little confusing with that. I kind of wish Katakuri was just a Logia. I think it would just work better, but yeah, Oda knows what he's doing. I think it's cool that Luffy also landed what I believe to be his first hit on Katakuri without Gear 4th. Because when he was in Gear 4th, he hit him a couple times and was beating the crap out of him. But other than that, I don't think he's really hit him at all, so that was a big moment. I mean, Katakuri now has a giant wound on his side. He's worn down. He's been fighting for hours, so I guess it's not as impressive as if it was at the start of the fight. But, I mean, either way, I'm impressed. Katakuri's a beast. We switch over to Bege and his crew, his whole ship deal. And we see that Prometheus and Big Mom are still following them after the wedding cake, and we get some kind of explanation on why Big Mom hasn't just caught up and murdered them all, because I don't know about you guys, I've been thinking, she should go way faster than this. She's on a ball of fire, but apparently because Prometheus is so big, it's like sluggish or something right now. I think that's like a good way for Oda to be like, hey, so let's just let Big Mom chase them, okay? She can't catch up. If she was on Zeus, I would have some more issues, but she's not anymore, so I think this is a good compromise on his part so that they can keep the story moving. While they're kind of explaining their plan, we also see a layout of like where the islands are and whatnot in relation to Whole Cake, and we see that I think Candy Island, the Fruit Island, and Biscuit Island are all right next to Whole Cake Island, which I think is a nice little detail because Compote, I don't know, the first daughter, Big Mom, she's like gives with fruits and stuff. I think she's a minister of fruit, so that's her island. The Candy Island's Pero Sparrows, he's the minister of candy, and then the minister of biscuits would be Cracker, I'm assuming. I don't know who else would do that. So like kind of like the higher ranking families seem to have closer islands. And that leads me to wonder who has Ice Island. It's just Ice Island. I think that was a kind of bland. I mean, you could have done some kind of sweet that involves ice, but yeah, whatever. It seems to me like you just call that an island. But, you know, whatever Big Mom family wants to do. We also see how loyal Chiffon is. She's like, no, we could leave them to Liquor Island, leave the cake, and then dip out and probably escape. But then Big Mom would be close enough to Cacao Island that she could go over there and just murder everyone. So Chiffon is suggesting that they go one island further to Puff's Island, I think it is. And that's loyal as hell. Like, they're in mortal danger, especially with Big Mom getting more and more pissed off. So like the fact that she did that, I think was pretty cool. I think that the fact that Bege doesn't want to go along with that also is within his character. He does go along with it because Chiffon's his wife and he loves her, but like he was really reluctant at first, and then she brings it back up like throughout the conversation. He just goes, "Okay, oh wait, hold on, I'm opposed to this." Like, he almost forgets, and that was a little funny gag. We see Big Mom be super anorexic too. Like, she's really skinny. I knew she was slimming down, but this is a totally different scale. She looks like a completely different person, like a scary old hag. Like at first, like when the arc first started, I thought, why does Brûlée look older than Big Mom and she's not even the first daughter? That's really weird. But right now, Big Mom is showing her age. She looks like she's however old she is. I don't know how old she is, like in her 70s maybe, 80s. I think she's in her 70s. Going straight from Capone's ship, we cut to back to the mirror world. Time's gone forward a little bit. I like these jump cuts with the time. It's nice because I feel like the pacing's been really slow lately because of this whole time frame thing. So skipping forward a bunch of hours in one chapter is really cool. This whole chapter is basically set up, but it's a really good setup chapter. So don't think of that as a slight against the chapter or anything. It's just the purpose is functioning right now. But so from that cut into the mirror world, seeing the fight, Luffy get punched in the face. We go back to the Sunny, and we see the whole crew screaming, "Dodge, Jinbei!" And it turns out Smoothie's doing stuff. I know, surprising to everyone. But Smoothie is doing stuff, which I'm super glad to see. She's like sending out giant slashes, and Jinbei, being the helmsman that he will be on the crew, he's moving, I think he moved to the left, he's like dodging, and Nami's navigating him and whatnot. So between the two of them, they're doing a good job escaping, but Smoothie's pissed and on their tail, so they gotta watch out for that. Also, she's growing in size, like she's huge, and one of her sisters was saying like, hey, if you get any bigger, you're gonna sink the ship, like calm down. And I don't remember the sister's name. I remember Cinnamon, because Cinnamon's Bae, but I don't remember the other one. I don't really care. And we see her blades like kind of wet too. I think maybe she's using juice to like do her flying slashes. You know, it's not like Zoro or Mihawk who just does it based on skill. She's like, she's also using skill, I'm assuming, but like with her juice to amplify it or something, because she juices stuff. That's her fruit. I also think that her growing has to do with her devil fruit. Only thing that really makes sense considering she didn't start that big. I think she's acting kind of like a sponge for the juices, maybe. I don't know. The fact she grew really threw me off. I wasn't sure how to, rationalize that with her devil fruit exactly, except for maybe she's acting as a sponge for the juice, because they may be on a juice sea. There's lots of juice seas around the whole Cake Island territory, or the Top Land territory, I should say. We also see that Carrot has woken back up and is functioning, so that's cool. We, with the Sulong thing, I thought she'd be out for like the remainder of the arc, pretty much, but she's back up. So even using Sulong, you may have to rest for a couple hours, but just a couple hours, and you're back on your feet. That's good to know. Maybe if you're stronger, like Nekomamushi or Inuyarashi, they can get up even sooner than that. We actually have Chopper ask Carrot straight up, hey, can Nekomamushi and Inuyarashi also do the Moon Lion form? We don't get an answer. Like, you couldn't throw just a little, yeah, totally, dude. Oh, come on. Carrot could have said that. That would have been super nice, because I would like some confirmation on that. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to, but confirmation is always nice. We also get a quick cutscene of Sanji and Pudding, who are flying on the carpet Rabian to where the mirror is, that on Cacao Island, with all the big mom horses and whatnot. And I think it's really funny. Nitro asked Pudding, because Pudding, was doing her normal Tsundere thing, being all mean to Sanji and then going, "Son," because she actually loves him or whatever. But Nitro's like, who are you acting like? Or what? He says something along the lines of like, why are you like, this is a weird acting you're doing, and that's funny. He thinks she's acting when she's just being fucking weird. That's perfect. That's the perfect little thing for Nitro to say for him to still be relevant, because I feel like he hasn't said anything forever, but he's always with Pudding. So, yeah. Sanji also is being a complete badass, saying like, I will save my captain. He's gonna be surrounded the second he comes out of there, and I really hope that's exactly what he does. I hope he lands, beats the crap out of Oven and everyone else there, because he has not got enough battle feats. I think we can all agree that in the new world, Sanji has not got enough battle feats, and Zoro's got like all these crazy things he can do. People like don't even consider them even close relatively anymore, but in my opinion, I think they are, and I think this is a great chance to show that with, the whole army that Sanji can basically take out, or like put a huge dent in with the Germa if they come or something. Like if the Germa come in, I would like to see them take out the fleet area and Sanji land on the island around the mirror and take out everyone's. When Luffy walks out, it's just Sanji and Pudding, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, dude? Like, we're good. Let's get out of here." And when we cut over to the Big Mom side, we see Oda introduces a whole bunch of Big Mom pirates all at once. He introduces deck uplets. I think that's 10. But I counted 11. I mean, not 11. I counted 12. So I'm not exactly sure about that one, but there's a bunch of kids there. And he just introduces them all at once. Doesn't even give them names or anything, because, why bother? There's so many of them. And I'm sure he does have names and everything for them, but, like, there's not enough panel space to actually put them all in there. We actually get introduced to more than just the deck uplets. We get the 33rd son, Raisin. We get the 35th son, Yuan. Oh, I don't know what that is, some kind of Chinese sweet, I think it was in the translator's note. The 32nd son, Brownie. I know what those are. The 27th daughter, Chikonde. I don't know what kind of sweet that is either, I forgot what the translator note said. And then we had the 25th son, Snack. You see Snack, and a lot of theories are dead in the water right there, as people are like, I know a couple of YouTubers were like thinking that Bobbin was Snack. Nope. I always thought, there's no way Bobbin can be Snack because his bounty is so low, so this is no surprise to me, but seeing him alive is a big surprise to people I know. A lot of people thought Rouge killed him because of that anime episode, where they had like a weird like little flashback to it. That wasn't really a flash, it was like all shaded out, we didn't actually see Snack, but yeah, I never thought he was dead, because, who dies in One Piece other than Ace and Whitebeard, and or in like a main character's flashback, people die. But if it's not a main character's flashback, I'm pretty much assuming that everyone's alive always. So there's that. He has a bounty of 600 million. I'm glad he gave us the bounty amount. He doesn't really give us a lot of Charlotte family member bounties, like the smaller members. I wish he would tell us the bounties of them. I'm sure a lot of them have bounties, and some variety would be cool. If we saw some people like really low, like maybe like a 50 million pirate, is in the Big Mom crew, instead of like all of them being over 100 million. It was something like the 200, 300 range. I don't know. I'm hoping that like we get them the bounties of like Brownie and Raisin and some of like the older sons, or daughters, obviously. Just like the older part of the family. I want to see more of their bounties because they're probably all really high. I mean, Parasaur had like a 700 million bounty. Who saw that coming? Actually, probably a lot of people. I didn't. So the last portion of the chapter is back to Katakuri and Luffy at 12:05, as is the name of the chapter. 12:05 a.m. It's like really close to 1 a.m. where they're all planning to meet on Cacao Island. So the fight's coming to a close. We see Katakuri's getting really disappointed in Luffy, almost being like, "Is that all, man?" Like, and Luffy getting back up again. Katakuri's goading him on to get back up. He's giving him a chance to. I think he's really into this whole duel. So I liked that. It's more good characterization for Katakuri in my mind. And then we have the insane reveal at the end. Gear 4th, Snake Man. I didn't think we get another form of Gear 4th. I really didn't, at least not for like a long time. I thought Tank Man was situational only, so I assumed there would be no other forms unless it was like something else really, really situational. And given that Luffy, like he's just beat up and using color of observation hockey to kind of like improve that, there's nothing really else situational about this. So I'm assuming it's just another form he can use whenever, which means that he probably can use a different version of Tank Man. Because when he used Tank Man, he did say Tank Man full version as opposed to just Gear 4th Tank Man. So I'm assuming, there's a smaller Tank Man, he's got Snake Man, he's got Bounce Man, and, maybe a lot more. 3 seems like a good number, but I'm hoping he has like 1 or 2 more. Maybe even more than that. Luffy's pretty creative with Devil Fruit, so I wouldn't put it past him. So I think that's about it. That's about all I have for this chapter. If you're still watching this video, thank you so much. I'm pretty new to YouTube. I'm still trying to improve the quality of my videos and whatnot, so any suggestions any of you viewers have would be greatly appreciated. And if you could like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, I would really, really appreciate it. Until next time, guys. See ya.